So taking the ships, not so much for selling profit. It's not, I mean, we'll still make money on it, but it's good that when we take a ship like that, it's heavily damaged, we can repair it, and then that'll give us some bosun XP, because that's kind of a hard skill to level up. So we'll take that, and I think ship repair costs or ship upgrade costs. We'll make the ship upgrade costs cheaper, and then damage by swords or by axes. We're not really using those, either of those actually, but we'll go with the swords. I feel like we're more likely to use a two-handed sword than a two-handed axe. Let's go with that. And then 5% damage to throwing weapons. Normally you wouldn't want to take this because it's just extra damage that you don't need. But in RBM, huge difference. You don't do hardly any damage. So we need every bit of bonus we can to these throwing weapons. Just because of how effective the enemy armor is. But anyways, let me click through all this. Now this place has a lot of upgrades. So we're in Denustica. We could take Firepot Ballista. There's a heavy iron ballista, mostly for damaging ships. Or reinforced barracks that gives you more crew capacity on the ship. I think I'd rather have the ballista. And we'll go with the most expensive one. Yeah, heavy iron ballista. It does excellent damage to ships, but we can still target people with it as well. So not a big deal. This one we can get our crew capacity upgraded. So that's going to be 10%. Our minimum crew is 36 now, but we have that, so that's fine. And then down here, perfect. Quiver and throwing weapon stack reloads. So that will help. And that ship, this ship's pretty much upgraded to the max. You know, let's put a canopy on it. Why not? I wonder if it protects us from projectiles. How does that look? A little silly, but you know, whatever. All right, 32k, we'll take it. And then I don't think we need to do anything else with this one until we can unlock a figurehead, and then we can put it on. So that's good. Let's keep moving. Oh, you know what? We gotta sell our prisoners. Yep, get rid of all these Corsairs. And 2 more roguery. Yeah, these Corsair groups are huge, man. Even if we had even numbers, it's still not like an easy fight. So I think we gotta avoid most of these. But at least we know we've got a good peacetime place to farm up. There's a big naval battle going on over here. We can interject and help. Let's do it as soon as we can. Perfect. There's only 38 left, or 35 left. And we'll be helping Casita out. We'll have to see how our little ballista thing in the front does. But I think it's... The other one might have been better, because I prefer to kill the crew than damage the boat, but I don't know. These boats are really weak though, look at that. We could probably sink them, to be honest. I would almost rather that. Let's try it. So we're gonna throw on the brakes, and then let's start aiming at him. It's a big old cannonball. Oh man, that's a lot of damage. Let's get turned here. Why I told them to put the sails up, what happened? Let's turn and get some shots in the rear. Oh man, that's a miss. Alright, they're going after our buddy, which is fine. I don't care if they get killed. Alright, there's another hit. We want to get this weak one right in front of us. There we go. They're sneaking. Let's get the big one. 1800. How much health does he have? Yeah, 3 or 4 more hits. He'll be down.
Wow.
So you can hit them directly, but it doesn't look like it travels through to hit the ship. So let's get a couple more. He's got 21 people on that boat. But if we sink it, then he'll have 0. Oh, come on. This one does have fairly limited ammo. There we go. It's sinking as well. Alright, which one is our... Okay, our buddy ship is the one in the back, so we'll take this one out. There we go. That's it. They're all sinking. So they need to fight. Oh, look at how many there are in the water. Can we ram them? Let's go ram them while they're in the water. You scum pirates. Oh, is that a shark? It's probably a shark here eating all the bodies. It's good. But yeah, you can see them. They're down there. They're gonna drown. Yeah, there's one right there. There's a couple people over there. I'm sure if we wait long enough, they'll probably drown. Alright, we got no losses on our crew. Total loss for the enemy. They got 15 survivors, but we'll probably take them prisoner, is my guess. Oh, nice. We got some troops, actually. Take the troops. We'll sell the prisoners. And we got some interesting looking bow and arrow. Here we go. Yeah, we'll save these ones. Oh, we have a lot of them, too. I would rather have longbows, but if this is all we can get, that's fine. So anything over maybe a couple grand, we'll hang on to. And then we'll have to start stocking up on arrows as well. Looks like these use right around 100. So like 90 to 100 grain for the arrows. So we'll have to get those. These ones we'll dump. And then we just need to make sure when we hire people, they have at least that bow skill. Right, there we go. We saved them. It looks like if you do stuff with the coastal patrol, it doesn't help. Like they don't care. If it's a convoy or another noble, you will get the relations gain. So that's something to keep in mind, I guess. Right. More roguery. We're almost to 40. I think the problem with sneaking into towns though is our clan rank is going to get high pretty soon, and the higher your clan rank, the harder it is the easier it is for you to get spotted. So sneaking into towns is going to be tough if you want to try and do prison breaks and stuff. So that may not be an option, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. Actually, we could do that in the peacetime. We can just go around seeing if they have, if anybody's got prisoners. If they're both neutral, we can get in and break them out. Okay, we're back home at Amatadi's. Let's send that caravan back out. Hopefully he survives longer this time. But our money's looking really good. We're getting 640 from Spring of Gold. We need another couple 100,000, and then we'll be up to the max, and then we'll set that as our minimum, so we can keep piling up the cash. And we're almost to clan tier 4, which means we can start another party. So we'll send a 4th one out soon, and then we'll be basically on par with the other mercenary groups, because they always have four clan parties. So we need to have 4 clan parties helping the kingdom out as well. All right, we smelted down what we collected. We're gaining more steel, more iron, so that should make crafting easier when we start getting more people. We do still need a little bit of fine steel, but really the biggest issue is the hardwood. So why don't we spend some time during the peacetime? Let's go collect some hardwood. We do have a lot of people in our party now, so we can carry a lot. Yeah, we can. Look at that, almost 9,000. Actually, yeah, that looks good. And then we have these people that we need to give up. Where's our party? We have some troops that we can donate. These guys are almost full, actually. I'm just going to donate it to the garrison here. Yeah, I don't want to carry them around anymore, so keep, donate troops. There we go, have 11 troops, and we'll get 10 influence for that. Okay, I'm gonna pause it here. Let's go up to England. We'll get as much hardwood as we can, and then we'll come back. Nice, our wife's pregnant again, so that's kid number 4? Yeah, that'll be kid number 4. Also, one thing we should look at while we're here in England is maybe buying some bows. Yeah, look at that. There's some very good bows up here. So the Great Dryad bow, it costs 114,000. We do need 225 skill to use it, but I would love to get up to that point. There's some other ones in here that are pretty good too. Fian bow, 150. And then I think we've got some of these in storage, or I think we've had these before. The Northwest reinforced longbow. We could take one of these. We do that. I kind of want to buy this Dryad bow. I don't know if we'll see it again, so we'll hang on to it. And then when the time comes, we'll use it. What about weight? So this thing can use 186. I don't think they make that heavy. The heaviest I've seen is like 110 or 120. Oh, here we go, Dryad. So there's one specifically for that. Well, there you go. 36 arrow stack. We'll have to keep an eye out for more. What about the Northwest? This one can use 114, so we can definitely get these heavier ones. We have some 190. Those would probably do okay as well. And then we can start stacking up for our companions. So maybe some 90s, and we'll just hang on to them. Oh boy, that's expensive. Yeah, I think outfitting some archers is going to be a very expensive undertaking. So we'll see how that goes. That'll probably be the next step, I think, just getting some archers going. But we're picking up a bunch of stuff here. Pitchforks, wooden hammers, and sledgehammers. So we'll get a lot of hardwood from that as well. We should be good on hardwood for a while, maybe even till the end of the game. I'm not 100% sure. We just picked up like hundreds of thousands worth of hardwood and weapons to smelt for hardwood. So let's head back. And real quick update on our workshops. They're still very profitable. 800, 600, 500. This brewery's been underperforming a bit, so we might swap that out. Isn't that the one that has 2 breweries though? We'll have to go look. There was one that had double of something in it. Yeah, I was gonna change it if it was not doing well. All right, so we are coming back with 600 charcoal and 500 hardwood. Not bad at all. But yeah, we should be fine on crafting materials. We'll just leave it here, and when it's time, oh boy, actually we can't do that. It's too much. Let's get rid of some of the crude. That doesn't actually fill it up that much. Interesting. Yeah, it's the hardwood. It's because this stuff weighs like 5 or 0.5. Oh yeah, this stuff's really, really light. It's the hardwood and the charcoal. Okay, well, let's take those. Yeah, now we're going to be overburdened. Let's convert. Yeah, let's convert it over because this is 20 that goes down to 15, right? Because these are 5 each, these are 10 each. This is 20, this is 15. So if we convert, well, we don't want to convert all the hardwood, but we need some for crafting, but most of it, then I think we'll be all right. We can store some of it here. We could always put it in another town as well that has storage. There we go. So we can put 760 charcoal here, and then we can just put the rest at another town. So Amataris, let's go to maybe Rote, or actually Jamaris would be the safer one. Let's go to Jamaris. We'll drop off the rest of the charcoal, and then if we ever need some, we've got our backup here. There we go. Plenty of space. Oh man, that takes up a lot of space. Yeah, we still have half. So, all right. So I think the plan here is we'll use the peacetime to level up again, and then when it comes time to war, we'll go back to war. If we win a good battle, then we'll start producing archers. I don't want to just produce stuff for nothing. I feel like we need to earn it to some degree because there's not a whole lot of other constraints here. We've got all the money we need. We got a decent amount of firepower, but I think once we start getting archers, it's going to really turn... we'll be doing a lot more damage, I think. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and farm this up offline, and then when we get something interesting, we'll come back. All right, I might sound a little different. It's because I spent about a day, not an entire working day, but I'd say about 3 hours or so, trying to figure out how to unstick a crash. So this is the last save file that I have before that crash started popping up. And I found out what the cause is. It's actually a mod. It's pretty easy to fix, but what ends up happening, if you look up here at Elmore, this is the last fief that Sturgia has. They're about to go extinct. If you have the mod that allows for longer mercenary contracts, and then somebody has a mercenary contract with this faction, and then they go out, it immediately crashes the game as soon as they're wiped off the map. So something that has to do with people being stuck in a mercenary contract that can no longer be validated, and then it doesn't release them from the contract. So I don't know what that's about exactly, but anyways, I disabled the mod. I double checked it, ran it like a year past this point, and it was just fine. So if you're trying to use this mod list, and I haven't done that video yet, I'll obviously put a warning in the mod video when I make it, but the mod that allows you to have extended mercenary contracts, make sure you turn that off, because as soon as they go out, it's going to cause an issue. It might be okay in the base game, but the problem is I have another mod that adds all these mercenary groups, like another 20 or 30 or something like that. So my guess is it's a combination of those two things. I think maybe in the base game, if somebody goes out with that on, maybe it's okay. But these new ones, maybe it doesn't matter if that mod's on. But anyways, disabling that worked just fine. So now I got to figure out what the heck I was doing, because like I said, I've been trying to figure this out for about 3 hours or so before I figured out what the issue was. So essentially, let's turn these guys off. Yeah, see, I was going to send them up to Pencannock, and then that ended up not being a very good idea. So let's go ahead and have them defend the close settlement. So we'll go Amataris again. When it's time to go, we'll call them to follow us. So defense settlement, we've got Amataris, Jamaris, and Zeonica, right? Yeah, Zeonica. Yep, those three. Okay, so that should be fine. So they'll follow that. Ooh, man, I was really worried because I'm about, oh boy, maybe 20 hours into this campaign already, and I thought we were going to lose the whole thing. So I was mentally preparing myself to cut it off and do something else. See, this guy just flipped. So yeah, we got to wait. Let's just chill for a little bit. I'm going to follow this guy back and make sure nobody tries to capture him, but I was just really concerned that we were going to lose all that progress and then either have to start over again or just move on. I probably would have moved on, to be honest, because yeah, I was getting really annoyed. But at this point, we got to figure out what we're going to do. I think defending English territory is not a good idea, so I'm not going to do that. We can let... we're at war with England. I don't want to be at war with England. We'll fight anybody else in this area, but not them. Plus, it's too far. It's kind of hard to coordinate these guys when you can't call them into an army. I can call them in to follow me, which we'll do once we get into a good war close by. We'll have these guys come out and try and help a little bit. But until then, I think I'm just going to maybe unwind and decompress a little bit. I'll probably hire... Actually, why don't we do that? Let's go hire a few people. We'll go back to Amatadis. Let's hire maybe 5 more spearmen, get our numbers up a little bit more. Because I have some people that I marked off already as being in the campaign, but obviously I had to delete all that footage and redo it. So let me go back through here. I'm going to hire 5 new people. Let me get you renamed and have a sex change, because I don't think I have any girls in there. So I'll be right back. All right, there we go. We put some basic equipment on them, but we've got the Italian Stallion, Ligma, Solomon Arcanzola, Grandini Mussolini, Niccolo di Fioruscello or Fioruscello, I think. Fioruscello, something like that. I should probably look that up. All right, anyways, it's going to cost us a little bit, but we should be good. And that takes our numbers up to 57 now, plus or minus, depending on how many of these idiots get caught. They keep getting caught over and over. Yeah, staying at Legata. So there's one of our merchants that got caught. We might have to stop sending them out and just bring them into the party, because they're getting caught all the time now. So even we get 5k back every time they get caught, I don't think they're making 10k before their time's up. So anyways, let me do a little bit of farming here. All right, so plan is, let's keep these guys alive and fully stocked on troops. So Fran Galvez is almost maxed out, and then he'll probably get that up even further as he gains higher steward skill. And then once a war kicks off that's near us, that's not, you know, fighting our own home territory, then I think we'll jump in and help out. So yeah, let me just do some farming. This could be an interesting one. Deserters are pretty tough. Let's go deal with that one. All right, I already know they're going to send some horse archers over this way, so let's just get everybody grouped up. Dismounted. Yep, there he is. And actually, I'll stay mounted, and we'll go after these 2 horse archers real quick, just by ourselves. It's really hard to see, so I can imagine the editing on this is going to be too much fun. Let's get this one. Right, he's not going down, but his horse might. Not really, actually. There it goes. Right, there we go. And they got somebody killed the other one. Perfect. Yeah, Bernardo. Okay, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and work our way over.
After me!
And we can go harass their archer or their cavalry on the flanks. I don't see why not, so let's go pay them a visit. I don't know if they're going to try and... Oh... I was going to say, I don't know if they're going to try to couch lance, which is kind of rough. It's probably not a good idea. I usually try to flank around, but... It's alright, we'll get these guys. Right, we don't have the highest riding skill or a good horse, but... Yeah, it's kind of hard to catch up with these guys. There we go. Let's just try and take this guy's horse out. We have to wait for our troops to catch up anyways. Might as well do something productive. Oh, wow. That was a big hit. Jeez. Alright, where... Yeah, they're starting to push their way over here. Alright, let's get up the hill. Be better just to stick with the infantry then, until we can get higher riding skill. Although, I don't know how we're going to get higher riding skill if we don't take people out. Here we go. Riding 63. Yeah, we're really low. Alright, there's a kill. Alright, let's dismount. We'll just stick with them. And we're not going shield wall because we need to get the hill quickly before we get blasted. Are they charging? Oh crap, Albanian boy just went down. Let's try and check these guys. There we go. Crap, dude, they're getting... Yeah, they're getting killed. Alright, we got our guy down. Let's catch up. Oh, man, that guy got couch lanced. Looked like he survived it, though. Let's keep on the cav. Like the AI has a hard time taking down calves sometimes. So we'll help him out with that. Oh crap, I missed my... Yeah, he's couch lancing too. There we go, we got him. Alright, where's the other... There's one more cav. There he goes. Take out those archers. We'll take out the cav. Nice, we got him. Oh my god, look at this guy. Look how many javelins are in his body. Because they just do no damage. Why is our spear not doing any damage? There we go. Gotta hit him exactly in the face, I guess. There we go. Okay, that should be everybody. Unless they got... Oh, they got somebody retreating. We can chase him down. Even the face hits only do 3 damage. There we go. Anyways, 9 injuries, no losses. That's good. We got 13 kills personally. We definitely need to get writing up because that was pretty slow. A lot of people got 2 kills. Looks like T. Torgerson with 3 kills. That's the MVP there. We'll take all these troops and we can donate them to one of our companions once they're ready. We got a lot of armor upgrades. That'll go for our new people, I think. There we go. Right, let's send one of our caravans back out. There we go. Johnny Philippe. We'll send him out. Right, why don't we do some stuff on the sea while it's quiet? There we go. Maybe not that big though. 60, I think we can handle 60, but not both of them at the same time. Here we go. Like this one, I think we can probably handle, no problem. Oh, he's running. Right there. They actually attacking us. Interesting. Yeah, it says that we're way ahead, but they attacked us. Yeah, that's what I figured. The bounce power should be. Yeah, so they attacked us. We have to surrender if we want to back out. Right, obviously, we're not doing that, but... So we'll try to get close in range, and then we'll start shooting them. Maybe we can take down one of the smaller ships. They still have quite a bit of health, though, so maybe not. We'll use the wind so we can get, like, perpendicular, and then we'll turn. So, sails up. We're just going to go into the wind. These guys aren't shooting, so we'll take over. Let's get the small one. Ooh, 1800. Oh wow, that took like half of its health. Can't see the boat. There it is. Another 1800. Yeah, I think 2 or 3 shots and that thing's down. And that was a miss. There we go. Oh, it hit somebody and not the boat. They absorbed the damage. Alright, let's hit the boat. Yeah, it's not quite sinking, but it should be. Oh, dude, they're getting so lucky. We killed another person. Alright, one more. There it goes, it's sinking. I would like to get the one in the back as well. Are they all... Yep, there they go. They're abandoned ship. We missed that one. There we go. Yeah, so about 3 or 4 ship shots, we should get that ship down. Alright, that one went too far. Alright, we're gonna get caught here, I think. Oh my god. The aiming on this thing is really bizarre. It's like slightly delayed. Right, there we go. We got a kill on that one. Still not doing that much damage. There we go. One more and it's down. I just don't want to deal with these guys. There we go. Yep, it's sinking. Now we got to deal with this other ship. And aim it at their people now. Oh, wow. I didn't know you could hit more than one with this thing because it doesn't have splash, but it definitely does a lot of damage. Take out the archers. Alright, let's get in there and help. Oh, I just hit Tony Soprano on the back of the head. But only did 5 damage, so you're good. Oh, why do I have a swingable polearm? Interesting. Oh, I did not mean to go overboard. What happened to my shield? That's okay. We'll use our javelins as full armor now. Yeah, this thing's got a really fast attack. Does pretty good damage too. The polearm length is kind of nice, but yeah, the really long ones do get in the way. Alright, we got 7 injuries, no deaths. Perfect. We got 25 kills. A lot of that was from the siege equipment, though. That ballista in the front. It's pretty deadly when you hit them. At least from close range, it's not hard to get multiple kills. Here we go. More upgrades. Weapon slots. So that's going to be the javelins, it looks like. Alright, we'll take that. Take the boat and go sell it. Let's go back to port. There we go. That'll put us up to 43 bosun. It's going to take a while to level that skill up, I think. I don't think we'll get too far, but we'll see. Right, we need to sell this one, the Sandbox, 12k. We'll go sailing. Oh, it looks like Penkanok is getting sieged, and Lanaken. So they'll probably lose both of those back. And we'll go looking for some stuff on the waters. 67 is reasonable. We should be able to handle that. Yeah, again, balance power's way in our favor, but they still attacked us. So same thing, we'll get a little bit of distance. Let's start shooting at that. Oops, he's already shooting. Okay, we want to hit only the small ones. I don't know how many hits it'll take to hit the big one. But let's start rolling backwards. Here we go. Quite a little higher. There we go. Yeah, same thing. About 3 hits, it'll go down. If I could actually aim. There we go. Is this thing still floating? Oh man. Yeah, I can't aim today. I don't know what's going on. Alright, I'm gonna shoot the back of the ship. There it goes. Now it's sinking. Leave me alone. Keep rowing. Should be able to get out still, maybe. Nope, they caught us. But a couple more shots and they'll be in the water. Nope. There you go, they're sinking. And then we can get some shots on these guys, maybe? No, they're already on us. Alright, that's not gonna work. And we're losing a lot of people. And not really getting kills for it. What is up with that? Let's get our projectiles over there if we can. Okay. People keep jumping in front of me. I can't really avoid it. Oh, here we go. And then also this polearm. Okay, no, there it goes. So I guess this one does have swingable, but if you don't have your shield out, it just only... Oh, okay. It's gonna be one of those days, I feel like. Anyways, let's get back on board. Here we go. How are we doing? We're doing okay. We're losing a lot of people, though. Probably a lot more than I'm comfortable with. Alright, let's get on the ship, see if we can get some flanks. Switch to the polearm. Now we can do shorter attacks. Nope, they're not letting me do anything, and nobody's coming. Nope. Okay, anyways, we got it. Yeah, 12 injuries, no losses. Probably would have been worse if we had to fight all 3. But I'm so confused. Anyways, Adam of Reins with 4 kills. Actually, a couple of people. Nico del Fidores, you know, whatever. Nico Guzzo. Archie got 4. John Bannerlord with 4. What happened here? Everybody's getting a bunch of kills. Interesting. I bet you they're in the front, and the guys in the back that got nothing, they probably couldn't even get to the front. That might be why. Alright, we got another boat. Let's take it back, sell it. And it looks like we had another baby. This one, I believe, is a boy. Nope. And when that is definitely a girl. Lady, yep. Interesting. 4 girls. Alright, that put us up to 51 bosun, so we'll be able to take a perk here. Sell this one. So at level 50, it's ballista reload speed or 30% ammo per stack for crew under command. So captain perks, essentially. And then 2 extra ammo per stack for throwing weapons. Wait, what's the difference? I feel like these are both the same thing, but one's percentage and one's flat. I'm not quite sure I understand that. Plus 10% ballista reload speed, that's not going to make a difference for anything. So let's just take this one. And then, oh boy, we got 62 perks. Yep, everybody's getting Shipmaster XP. So let me go through and click all these. They don't do anything, unfortunately. because these guys aren't leading a party, so this isn't going to help in any way, but I still have to click them up. We picked up a couple prisoners. We're going to donate those, so you can have them. And then we'll head back up. We got to deposit some loot. You know what I think I'm going to start doing? We're getting decent weapons to smelt. We don't need to keep this crude iron. It's just it's so much, and it takes so much hardwood just to get it up, to refine it all the way up to the higher tiers. And so, yeah, every time you have to refine, it costs you hardwood. So, you know, to go from however many crude iron to get up to, say, 1 fine steel, it's going to be, I don't know, probably close to a dozen hardwood or something. So, pretty absurd amount. And we could just keep fighting, and I don't know if we'll get fine steel. We'll get a little bit of it, but most of it, we're getting a lot of steel, which is good, because it's not that far to go from steel up to Thamaskene steel or fine steel. So that I don't mind. And then these are easy to craft or smelt because we do get enough to cover the cost. So I think we'll do that. All right, we got 5 new recruits. We're up to 40 in our front line now. So that's probably about the time. Well, no, maybe we'll go up to 50. I don't know. I think maybe 50 is probably a good number. But we got Ezio Auditore, Enzo Goralami. Hopefully I butchered that name properly. Charles McLovin, and Richard Miller. So all 5 of you, welcome. Join in the front line. So we'll keep going. We'll get a war soon at some point, and then we'll get some more interesting battles. We got another boat fight here. The Corsairs. It's even more in our favor, but they're still attacking us, so I'm not quite sure what they're programmed to do, but this is probably not supposed to be... probably not what the devs had in mind. What I'm trying to do is get them to go not with the wind, but I don't think I can outrun this thing, unfortunately. Yeah, I was trying to use a little bit of sails to get some speed and then turn into the wind. It seems like the wind, or like the speedier ship, slows down faster than you can really get any headway against these guys. I might just fight this one normal instead of trying to sink their ships. Let's see how we can do. So we'll try to stay on the outside and maybe just fight one at a time if we can. Let's get this little one. Let's go ahead and board it. We'll give the order. There we go. Grapple. Alright, we got it. Start throwing some javelins. Oh, the big ship got in the way though. They don't want to be left out. Oh, and the little one doesn't want to be left out. Alright. We got ourselves... Oh, why are you rowing? Alright, I don't want anybody rowing. Let's pull them off of the rowing. Okay, no rowing. Yeah, only fighting. No rowing. Alright, here we go. They're catching back up again. Looks like they're gonna try and take both sides. There we go. Yeah, these guys are pretty easy to pick off if you can get them with the javelins. They don't have particularly good armor. We do need to deal with them fairly quick because we're gonna get boarded from both sides. Let's try and get this one done so we can focus on the other side. There we go. Just one down. Oh, right in the shin. This guy... Okay, he's down. Yep, let's focus our attention over here. I don't want these guys boarding them, though. Can we have them follow? Yeah, follow me and get back on the ship. Yeah, defend the ship. And they're still going out there for some reason. Yeah, when they go across the thing, they just get destroyed. Which is stupid. I don't want them to do that. I never gave them the attack command. And yet they still do it. But that's alright. That's just war sails. It's new mod. Hopefully they adjust the controls a bit. There we go. Let's go after the archers. Oh, they're getting peppered by the javelins. There we go. That should be it. Alright, we took 13 injuries. That's pretty similar to what we were getting before, but we'll get a lot more XP for this because we're not sinking 2 out of the 3 ships. We got... Oh, Nico. Nico got 6 kills. Yeah, that's definitely the highest. Happy nobody's dying yet, though. That's good. And I keep forgetting to sell the prisoners. I did it again. Yeah, we got to leave all these guys behind. We got upgrades for everybody. We got 2 ships there. Nice. Let's go back and get some XP. So 8,400 gives us... I can't tell. It split it up into 3 things for some reason, but that looks like 8 levels of bosun. And then selling the ships basically pays for the repairs and a tiny profit.